What's up, guys? Greg Ferris here with MyoBrain. I wanted to bring you a short, informative video of a frequently asked question that I get. And that question is, should I count calories, or more appropriate for you, should you count calories? So I just want to kind of start off with kind of a basic background of why calories are important. So again, most people's goals are going to be, either weight gain, muscle gain, or weight loss being fat loss. And the bare bones basic of how that's going to happen is calories in versus calories out. So that's why it's so important to have at least some sort of way to understand not only your activity that you're having throughout the day, but what you're putting in your body. So again, if you're going to be gaining weight, you're going to have to be more calories in and calories out. If you want to lose weight, you're going to have to expend more energy, calories out, than you're taking in calories in. I won't go through too much more information. You're probably well versed in that anyways. So what I wanted to talk about, though, is the need to count calories. I think is first of all dependent upon how serious your goals are. If you're just kind of getting back into things and you haven't worked out in a few months and your diet's just really, really bad, maybe just making some subtle adjustments like trying to eat more protein or eat more vegetables and going to the gym 3 times a week is probably more an appropriate goal for you, as opposed to just jumping right into tracking calories. But again, the more serious your goal is, say if you're really trying to hit like a 315 bench and you haven't done that in like 3 years, and you're just like, I'm pretty good with my training, but I'm not really sure my food intake's like, tracking can be helpful. Again, if you take it to the next level, say if you're like prepping for a powerlifting meet, you're trying to be competitive and break your own PRs, it's probably a little more important than if you want to just bench 315. Take that to another level. Maybe you're trying to win a bodybuilding show or make it to regionals in CrossFit or whatever, be a high-end competitor in your sport. It's probably a good damn idea to at least have an awareness of where your calories sit. So again, really going to be context dependent on where you sit in your kind of field and how serious you are about your goal. So with that being said, I'm not going to assume everyone watching this video is super serious, but if you are, I definitely do recommend tracking your calories at least for a time being. The main reason why I say that is even health-conscious individuals are incredibly bad at self-reporting their intake. There's research on even dietitians who, again, dietitians are kind of the professionals in the field, the experts in the field of nutrition. There's research on even them being like 300 to 400 calories off of their self-reported intakes. Maybe they're reporting, 2,000 calories, but they're actually at 23 to 2,400. You're taking this like NHANES data with like general population, it's going to be 500, 600, 700, 800 calories off. And it's usually an underreporting, which would make sense. We have a lot more overweight people than underweight people. So again, people just tend to chronically underreport how much food they're eating. So again, that's going to be more important for weight loss people to have a better idea of where they stand. And the reason why I say just count, just give it a shot, is it's really not as intimidating as hard as people think it is. Maybe in the beginning when you have kind of no idea what's in a half a cup of oatmeal or what's in a banana, it's going to be difficult. But again, that's probably why you're having trouble with losing weight, is because you have no idea kind of the source of calories you're getting. And again, that's going to be above anything else before how clean your food is, how much you're exercising, how much you're sleeping. Like, that's going to be the first thing you're going to need to worry about, is how much energy you're actually putting in your body. So again, if you're saying you don't know anything about that, that's such kind of a handicap for you to meet your goal. But again, if you gain information in that field of just calories, like forget everything else, forget like phytonutrients and all that stuff, just you gain some knowledge about calories, you arm yourself with so much ammunition on building a better physique and performance and all of that. So I guess the second point of that, not only is it not as hard as people think it is, once you do it for a while, even maybe like a week, or if you do it for like a month, that's awesome. Doing it for just a short period of time gives you a conscious awareness of how much you're actually eating. Again, if you think, okay, I'm eating 1,500 calories, you're probably not. So then maybe you weigh your ice cream out at night, or then you realize that there's 300 or 400 extra calories in that Ben and Jerry's that you didn't think, and then you don't realize that, oh yeah, that the alcohol I drink has a couple hundred calories in it, and oh yeah, I was thinking this was a half a cup, it's actually a cup and a half, and all this stuff. You start to see like how these calories just like quickly creep in. You're like, holy crap, that's why I'm probably gaining weight or just not losing weight. I was, the most important thing, tracking my calories, the most important thing, how much food I was taking in, I was way off of my estimate. So again, even if it's for a short period of time, it's going to be incredibly beneficial, and that's why I recommend it for most people who want to see physique changes or performance changes, at least again for a short period of time. And probably the more serious you are, the more frequently you want to track things. Second point, again, I'm not going to be naive and think that everyone is always going to track. I've worked with a lot of people who don't track things. It kind of has good mindful patterns about stuff. For weight loss people, especially, two things you can do: a high protein diet and a high fiber diet. Those two things, if I just told people to eat more protein and have a higher fiber diet, a higher fiber diet, they would kind of unconsciously probably decrease their calorie intake, which is again going to help them lose weight. Just protein being the most satiety macronutrient there is, kind of makes sense. It's hard to eat a lot of like meat and things like that. Even if it's like a steak, it's pretty filling. Then like high fiber foods like fruits, vegetables, oatmeal, things like that tend to fill you up. So you're obviously not just gonna be able to eat more food. You're gonna probably unconsciously just decrease your intake a little bit. So those are kind of my tips for you guys. Again, I'll probably have a lot more stuff if you want to get more in depth with stuff like this. Make sure you go to my website, always posted in the intro of this video and down below. Sign up for the newsletter if you want more in-depth information, not just about nutrition, but also exercise and training and powerlifting, bodybuilding, all that stuff. Check out that newsletter. It's a free newsletter. And last announcement, in about 18 days from at least when I'm shooting this video, my book will be released. It's actually going to be titled "The Book I Wish I Had When I Began Flexible Dieting." And you can kind of realize what the book's going to be about. It's going to be about flexible dieting, and kind of my inspiration behind the project was literally something that I personally wish I would have had 3 years ago when I first kind of got into eating better and training and stuff like that. Most people are incredibly lost, don't know where to start. This book's going to be awesome for you if you want to check it out. It is going to be $15. I think it's a great investment, not just if you're a beginner, but if you're kind of an intermediate and things like that. It's not just a simple book about, here's your height and weight and here are your calories and your macros. It goes into a lot of the science of why I do preach flexible dieting to people, not just physiologically, but also psychologically. It also gives you a lot of troubleshooting stuff. So, not just where to put your macros at, but when you stall out on gaining weight, what do you do? When you stall out on losing weight, what do you do? I include stuff on like contest prep. Some of the clients I've worked with contest prep. I've also not just got a accounting section, but also like a mindful eating section. Ton of great information. Probably make a separate video about it, talking about it more. But trying to keep this video short. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this answered your question. If you ever are kind of in the doubt of should you count your calories. Again, if you like this informative stuff, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time.